Okay, let's pick up from where we ended. So, as you can see, as we all know, we are still not having a different patch type, meaning that of course there was things that I found that needed to be sorted before they were going to release the patch. So we are now at 0.25. Yeah, and that is my fault. Yeah, it's, as long as I keep finding stuff, then they will wait with releasing until those things have been sorted, of course. So there are a lot of things cooking in the dev's kitchen at the moment. I can mention some of it, and I'm not sure we're all going to absolutely love it, but it will be more realistic. So there's nothing that we're doing is like super uber duper secret, because you know we are working on Ice Age, you know we are working on Predators, and you know we are working on the continental biome with food types and plants. So of course that will be coming shortly as soon as I am satisfied with all the testing I've done of all the patch points, which was like 18. Yeah, 18 I think it was. Maybe more, I need to count, but it was a lot. Anyway, so the worst things are sorted. Everything that I found not to work as intended has been sorted. Why do I not have these activated? I can't even remember why I didn't do it. Did we have a famine or something, or famine incoming? We might have done. Or maybe I wanted to be more happy because we don't have enough housing. No, we just migrated, didn't we? So there's a reason why we are struggling a bit with stuff. Where's my builders? There you go. You guys, first of all, need to do that. And then, oh, this one is +5. We don't need more at the moment, because we don't have a lot of straw, but we need to get some happiness into these guys. Let me see, did I add any offerings? Because they don't show anymore. Even if you go check your list, you will see that they don't show anymore. How many old people do I have? I need to make sure I've got Grave 67. She could keel over any moment. Quack, squirk. Oh, thank goodness we're still in this timeline, meaning we can have normal graves and don't need to have a gazillion stones to do so. I don't think we have any of these. You know, I've asked the devs so if we could have an overview. For instance, when we hover over something, then we can see like that there's a number behind it that says how many are currently in camp. You know, then they could probably take away some other things that causes high FPS. Causes lowering of higher FPS. I can't talk, no mind me. There you go, added a few of those. Okay. And more of these. So we have 2, but we of course. Yeah, there you go. Not enough tombs. So which one was it? Was it the old hag that was 67? No, it was a man. It was 69. Yeah. He has a wife and she's 61. Oh, is she sleep? Why do we not have any fireplaces up? Are my stone gatherers not doing their job? Yeah, they are. So why? No, we have raw stones. Yeah. Well, you'll just have to accept it for another few sleeps. I had the camera mod working. Not camera mod, but the zoom thingy working. But then there are changes. Suddenly now I can't use it anymore. So now I have no mods. I can't have high pivot and I can't have high view distance. So I hope the guy who made it can update it so we continue to use it. Yeah, we also have those two, don't we? Yeah. Let's see, just get up the things that we also need to continue with working on the knowledges. We just add them and add enough per population tribe. You don't really have to focus on anything but specifically your architecture, to be honest, and perhaps also the stoneworking, because we don't have a ton of options when we start with stoneworking. It is mainly starting with stone walls. We are lucky enough to have, but I don't know if we should just continue to keep a good limit and then just start adding fences instead from stone, because I do not want to move from here, because we are so close now. Perhaps within 1,000 years or less we should get our agriculture, and then we can start to focus on a sedentary life instead of being afraid of having to move all the time. And the thingy that disappeared was a bug, and then now suddenly it has shown up on the other side of the islands. So the issue was that it collided with this tribe here, and then system took it all away, and then after a few sleeps it chucked it up on the far side of the island. So it's a bit bob. It's not necessarily a bug, but it is something that is not wanted, and it's not supposed to work like that. They are supposed to walk all the way and not just insta teleport to the area. So that was of course sorted in testing, because it was reported. Yeah. What else? So no, they didn't eat them. See, these poor guys here were accused of being cannibals, of eating the other tribe. I did them great injustice. So no, they are not cannibals or murderers. No murder mystery yet, guys. Yeah, that's all I can say. Yet. Now, let me see. We still have 46% without housing. We have 149 houses. We have 14 ropes and sticks. We have plenty sticks. Let's get that done as well. Oh, I'm so used that the builders are at the top. So what are you guys working on? Oh yeah, I put them there because tribe tend to be quicker to start with. Okay, is that all? It should be. Okay. Let's get another one of these. We could soon get a normal reed hut as well, because they also give fairly high bonus for sleep. They are same, and they always will be, no matter timeline. If you have these two at the same time, they will always have equal sleep quality. Always. That will never change. Yeah. It's no big deal looking at it either. You hover over and then you get all the information you need regarding sleep quality and, architecture. Yeah, architecture has always been such a pain in the you-know-where. But we have good news. I'm probably not supposed to say it, but I will let you guys know this anyway. We have increased the time or how fast we learn knowledges. Just saying. So that is a good thing. That is never a bad thing, because the more we get, so that we don't have to spam and overbuild everything, the more realistically we are playing, yeah. So it does make sense that this is being done bit by bit, because we also need to balance everything up against the knowledge learning, because if we had that everyone learned the knowledge in one minute, then we had ruined some of the gameplay, ruined some of the immersiveness that players need to have with the game in order to get it going for them, in order to get a nice curve of learning and loss of learning. It's supposed to be, not a movie. It's supposed to be a game where you as the player is interacting with tribe and environment, via pressing buttons. So, and doing things, creating tasks and stuff. So that makes sense, doesn't it? It does, because it's a game. So this is also why we don't have everything 100% realistic. But what I can tell you, there is no fantasy. None of the objects in the entire game is fantasy. It is all correct to the timeline, which of course is also why we have that in some specific, in the Mesolithic areas and timelines, we have so little that we can do with regards to building and discoveries, because there were nothing more. The thing is, we still have a ton that we can add, and that the devs are going to add. They are implementing things every bloody week now, so it will just be more and more. In the end, it will be really compactful, lots of things that player can immerse themselves with, lots of options how to play, what to play, how to play, and just And of course, equally many ways to fail, obviously, because there is no way that you will learn well without making any mistakes. Because otherwise, because if you don't make any mistakes, it means you already at start know everything. But nobody can do that. I mean, I have played for 3 years now. I still make a lot of mistakes. I mean, seriously? There's not a single patch where I don't mess up my poor tribes. They are being so tortured, you have no idea. I should do a short video of how I test shit, so you can see how nasty I can be with my tribe. But you know, I also need to stress test everything, you know, and not only playing as intended. I need to do stupid things. I need to do harsh things to see how tribe reacts. You know, because there are so many ways to play the game that I can't say, okay, this is the wrong style and this is the wrong style. Of course, whatever you survive with is the right style. And the thing is, there are also so many exploits that I need to figure out how to report. Because I can easily say that, okay, this happened when I did this. But that is just a preliminary, isn't it? Because what was the occasion that caused it? And I need to figure that out as well. Otherwise, I'm giving more work to the developers when they are supposed to be doing the programming. So, yeah. So our testers' work is quite varied. And you need to really want to figure shit out. Otherwise, don't bother. If you cannot be arsed to try to reproduce and figure out why did this happen, what variables caused it, then don't bother. And then the game is not for you for testing. Then it's not for you. Testing is not for you. It is for me. I love doing this. I know I'm weird, but hopefully not in a super bad way. Okay, now we can make a readout. Let's do that. Let's give them a few plus 18s. You know, that means we can also mess around with, oh, this was the thing where we couldn't put it too close. We can also mess around with work hours then, can't we? We can torture them a bit with work hours. Don't forget, unrest is changing also in the next patch coming. I've been testing this for weeks. Unrest will change. You will not be able to torture your tribe the same way you used to. Because we will have reactions and they will linger longer than they used to. So don't think it's going to be a dance on roses. Even for beginners, there will be some hardship if you do it completely titty up. Which you should do. You will learn best if you do shit titty up. I'm not kidding. Make mistakes, fail, kill your tribe, torture your tribe. You will learn from it. I promise. You will be so much sharper than the average player because they don't experiment. You know, they don't accept failures. Instead of reloading a failed tribe and start again with regards to where they started to fail and learn what went wrong, they tend to start new tribes. They tend to give up. And I don't think that's how you should do things in any case, in real life either. I think transferring your morals and stuff to the game and play with this is completely fine. You know? You don't have to quit your day job to learn the game. Seriously, or your night job or whatever you have. It is first of all supposed to be fun. If you find it tedious and you keep failing and you don't want to learn, then the game is not for you, because you have to learn so much on your own here, because the tutorial is not covering enough, especially the hidden events. You know, cause and effect is so lacking still in the game. For instance, high work hours. You know, well, high work hours give your people unrest, but not everyone can put two and two together and realize, but what happens when they get high unrest, and why do these people get high unrest and the others do not? Because not everybody gets the same unrest. Some can go for forever and not feel anything. Why is that? It is a multifaceted factor going on here. It's not only one thing. It's an intertwined combination of things, and these are the things that we need to figure out on our own. If we don't do that, we will continue to make the same mistakes. You know, if you have issues with learning, it is no problem going to Discord and ask for help, because there are plenty of people who will more than happily be guiding you on anything you need. So it's not a matter of that they can't get help. I think they choose not to, because if they really wanted to get help, they would get help. Okay, so I can't bubble away now. I need to make sure that we have food. I did kill a child last time because I was bubbling too much, not paying attention. How are we doing with housing? We are on 33. Okay, we are going down, albeit slowly, but everything we have except these two are quality housing. These are minus 20, so they should ideally be used very little when you have butter. You can mix them, and it is always very smart to mix, because they will normally rotate really well on everything, so that nobody really builds any lack of housing unrest, which in turn means that you can be more vigilant with using policies to get more of what you want them to do. The work age, of course, is never a bad thing, but it has a lot of factors that can play a part in how a tribe will react and how learning knowledges will be. For instance, if you have all the elders working, that means they will take spots in a learning group that the young ones should have had instead, to learn the skills before the older ones that has it now die from old age. This will be very prevalent if you play fast speed mode, because they die within a year. If they are 66, within the year they will die. So this needs to be considered when you decide what game mode you're going to play. So you don't have to always have it like this. You know, you don't have to. You can easily go down here in non-stressful times, and then you will see that the elders will stop working, and the youngest, of course, and then the younger generation will take over the spots that the elders were occupying. So this is something you should do on a regular basis, because this will help to keep up with the knowledge learning. Why was she unhappy? Did you see she had a unhappy face? Did she eat something she shouldn't? You don't like roots? Well, don't bloody eat them. Look at that. We have several beetroots. What's wrong with you people? They're so spoiled. They give up so easy when they have to stand in queue to get something. Where are the why can't I see the beets? Do we have any storage at all? Oh no, we don't, because we just mired. I knew that. Gosh, this is what you get when it goes 4 days between each session you do. How much thing do you have? 86 of those. Actually, I would prefer to use these baskets, because that means it would be 3 people that can go help themselves at the same time. So let's just do them bit by bit, because there are more things happening in testing now that will make sure that you are using your workforce correctly. Because as it is now, we have had that you can just chuck 4 people in a group and they will do whatever you deem or whatever you demand. But we have now changed a few things so that you will have to be a bit more thoughtful in regards to how you divide your workforce. I will go over this in a playthrough after the patch is released. I guesstimate between 1 and 3 days, because there are some bugs that I found that need some time to get sorted. But this is the last bug that I did find. So now it's not going to be weeks, unless they mess up something in the next patch after they fix this bug. Then no guarantees. This is the thing with testing, you never know. If you just change one thing, other things can also be affected, you know. What was I going to put here? Does anyone remember? Did I say what I was going to put here? I can't recall. Okay, let's put whatever rots first. Fish, perhaps. No, they're all being dried. Okay, how about dried meat? No, there's no dried meat. How about dried fish? There's no point. They eat it up before we need it. What was it that we saw that was laying around for a long time? We can put these here, because you can see they do not really want to get them. And they should only get them when there's nothing else. It's better. It's either that or a kick in the teeth. Pick one. You need to make sure that you have any food. Doesn't matter which one. Let's see. Let's get some overview here. Yeah, nobody likes wheat grain. Okay, so how are you guys doing? So let me see. Oh god. Okay, so they are almost 75%. Let's see if I can add trident. Let's do a mix of these, because if we get more than 4 fishermen, then I will not increase it, because it means that they will use this one or these, so that some of them will pick up learning, because they will learn for longer, you know, because fishing takes longer if they have bad tools. But if we're lacking food, then we cannot think about that. We need to get food for people. And you hunters are doing small prey as well, so let's remove these 2 and add some of the bigger ones. We don't have to have everything. We can do a few of these things. And I would like 3 of you, because that means if you kill a deer, then all 3 can start stripping immediately. But we also have that these guys are doing red meat. So how many are we now? We are 37. Yeah, the limit on 50 for high DK food is totally fine. High DK food should not have high limit at all, because they will rot away in camp no matter what you do. Even if you have them in a basket or wherever in these timelines, don't do it. You should only do it when you have something really strong like clam. The only good thing you can put them in that will last for several days is actually the storehouse. Nothing else will do the trick, and they will be gone within 3-4 days. On fast, that is 4 sleeps. It's way too quick. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the tribe is bothered because they have to eat things they don't like. You see that they are still eating some of the wheat, and they also have to, not all of them, of course, sleep in the open, which is never popular. I'm going to place them a little bit varied. Oh, actually, is that a bad idea? I don't want to block a cell so they can't get in, because sometimes people die next to the doors, and you have to wait till they are carried away. And I once had lack of tombs, and an old woman died in front of a big reed hut, and I had, how many was it, 6 or 7 people? It was a 7. How many can a big reed hut take? Oh my god, I forgot. Is it 6? It is 6, yeah. It was locked in there. It was locked in there all day. Oh, phew. Because there was a dead body, so I couldn't open the door. Oh no. Right, yeah, so that wasn't so good. So better safe than sorry is what I say. We can do more on these now. So just keeping up with the groups is really important to pay attention to. What do you need to improve to make sure you don't kill your tribe? Because you can easily, in 2 days, you can kill them, as we have proof of. I speak for 2 days and the tribe is dying. There is this fairly high DK food, but it's really popular, so it won't really lack in being eaten up. Roots, perhaps. Let's do roots. They are not low DK, they are high DK, but they're also not popular, so that people won't stream to do them. They won't run like mad to get them done, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna try to play with high speed a lot, so that we can more quickly get agriculture. Let me see what we're doing here. 300. I could probably up this a bit now. I think we have 4, so we can easily have 20, so because they will need repair roughly the same time. Did I lock down my bones? Why did I not lock down bones? Okay, let's do that then. Let's be smart. Lock down the bones. Just have them close to the fireplace, because crafters will prepare a fireplace if I give them something to sit on. So, right. There you go. There you go. Yeah, so you probably noticed that the crafters no longer must have something to sit on. They can actually place their butts down on the ground if everything in the close vicinity is busy. So this is a huge improvement. I think we have in majority asked for this for quite a while, because there's always been a small issue, especially in tribes that doesn't have a lot of options to sit, that the crafters are going to Timbuktu because they demand something to sit on, so they could walk over half the map to find a log or a stone to sit on. And you won't really find that anymore now. There is a certain vicinity they will go to find somewhere to sit if you have nothing near camp or nothing free near camp, but they will no longer go to the bloody edge of the map. So yeah, that is a really big improvement. There is also more things going on in testing that, yeah, I think I've warned a little bit that not everything will be loved, but I will talk more about it when the patch is actually out. But there's a lot of improvements, and what I can say is that I have 82 frames at the moment in this tribe. 82. And everything is smooth as a baby's butt. Even, I think potato computers might be okay as well. In testing, I have an average 110 frames with this size tribe. So the optimization has improved a lot. But the thing is that I feel they are constantly working on the optimization, and they're constantly talking to NVIDIA to have them upgrade this or upgrade this, because I see what the devs are doing. They're always using the newest technology in whatever they do here for their own engine, as far as I understand. And if other platforms or whatever is not doing the same, then we will have graphics issues. This is why it's so important that we always update our graphics drivers, because the devs always do new programming stuff with all the newest updates. You know, that I think that also could be a reason why so many people are struggling with crashing, game not loading, blah blah blah, all these things, because we are so many that do upgrade our graphics drivers and do keep the minimum requirement for how this game is supposed to be working, or for what it's supposed to be working on. That those of the people who claim and say that there's something wrong with the game, they tend to not be right. They tend to figure out that they need to do this and this and this with their computer in order to make it work. There are, of course, things that I don't know. I know too little about computers to say for sure, but I do feel that a lot of automation is perhaps also the engine they're using demanding a very good PC in order to be really well running. Because I have a really good PC. But that's because I also do rendering of videos, and I can't have half the day being taken 100% of my CPU because I'm making a 3-hour video. So I have upgraded everything to the best thing, except graphics card. I only have a 4080. I don't have a 4090. The highest I got was a 4080 when they came out. 4090 came out 3 months later, and that was a bit annoying, to be honest. Or was it 4 months later? I can't remember. I feel like they were coming out really close to each other. Anyway, let me see. Food is bad. Yeah. Let's do some thinking here. You guys don't need that. You can have 50 and keep up to 75 and keep this there, and then you can instead go help out with some of the food types. You guys need to stay as you are. You guys are with another group, good. And you guys can also do double things. You can also help the hunters. Actually, we don't need 2 of those because there's never enough clams to justify several working with them. You guys have already gone to the food group. Yeah. So let's see. I'm going to increase that with 1 more because we are by the coast. We should be able to get away with it. You guys have what you need. You need no more. Oh, that is a child. That is a young deer. It was not a full deer. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. We have to adhere to that. There's a certain area of effect where the hunters will do their hunting. If there is no old animals within that area of effect, then it will go for whatever is next on the line. I see a horse there. I can't, and it's pregnant. I cannot hunt it. Come on, guys, I cannot. It needs to be left alone. But I need to get up more housing. Okay, so there is some food, although we're not really drowning in it, are we? I just hope we quickly get agriculture now, so we can rely on more on cultivated food, because we are starting to struggle a little bit. And the next patch has made things harder, not necessarily with the food, but with the mechanics of getting it into camp. I will explain this when they patch it out, because it's I don't know, it can be hard impacting if you do not know what you're doing. So we haven't really done, the new players or the inexperienced players are, or the less insightful players are a big favor here. That I have to say. But those of us who already know a little bit about the game, which is the majority of people watching my videos, to be honest, we will find that we need to be better at work division, for the workforce division and task division and using limits. Yeah, but we can talk more about that when the patch is actually out. So today I have been doing unrest versus the farm changes in testing. I also did that a bit yesterday as well, plus a few other things. And smaller tribes, yeah, won't really feel a lot unless you overproduce, of course, which is not really an experienced player problem. It tends to be the new players that does not quite understand the intricacy of how things are working in conjunction with each other based on what you're doing or not doing, as that may be. Yeah, that will come. It will be released shortly. Let's get another one. We just add one by one. We don't need to do a million. We're only 30 plus people, you know. 36. But we have little food, and it's true. But you know, on hardcore you will forever have the red apple, because you should not have days worth of food. You should have maybe 1, 2, perhaps 3. And then of course the red apple will always show. It's misleading for hardcore. So even though it is correct that we have little food, it is misleading because you should not have a ton of food in camp in hardcore. Then you're doing something really wrong. Because if you harvest everything, then you have nothing left to fall back on when those food types that you have not managed to eat up is rotted away. Because they will last a lot longer in nature than they will ever do in any kind of camp options. At least in Mesolithic. Hazel bows, yeah. Shall we do hazel bows to make the hunters hunt faster those quicker animals? Maybe we should. That doesn't need it. Nothing really needs it as such, so we can just start doing the dried food there as well. I don't mind adding these hazel bows at the moment, because we have really good learning on the hunters. We have it, is it 80% or something? It's 89. So we shouldn't be too afraid, but I will also add one more person to keep up now, because we're getting more and more tasks, and then we need to consider that more and more people are needed to keep up with those tasks. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We now have 6 items that needs to reach a level. So we should up the workforce in this group. Crafters have also been affected with the new patch coming. I will explain that as well in a playthrough when the patch is well out. Yeah. Oh yeah, that fits because I had the dryer there as well. I didn't think about that when I did it, so that was quite the coincidence. Let me see how we're doing with those. Okay, we can do one more reed hut. Then we have 2 of those really good ones. And yeah, let me see. I would like it closer to the fireplace if possible. So this was the issue, wasn't it? You couldn't really place anything because things was always in the way. Oh, crikey. How about here? Maybe this. Yeah? Yeah, that's good. Okay. Let's do that here. There you go. Keeping an eye on the food. Yeah, absolutely fuck all they can eat. They can have in the morning. Okay, I need to see how many do we have free workers. We only have 1. Only have 1 free. Because I've sent them all out to... Okay, so you guys can calm down. Okay, you're full, that's fine. You are helping the... I'll put you on 100 for now. So you can focus more on getting food. What month is it? It's August. Do we have rose hips? We don't. Do we have beets? We do. They can go get beets. And these have nothing at the moment because they're going elsewhere. Okay, I'm not sure I completely love that. So I'm going to do this and this to make sure that they're actually getting fiber, because we need them for ropes, we need them to keep our baskets up, we need them for weapons, tools. So okay, so these are the light foods. So the neutrals as well. Oh, mushrooms also liked. You guys as well. No, I want to keep those on 4. Hunters are 3. Fishermen are still 3. Okay, let's keep it like that. Yeah, I know you're hungry. Go get food. You know the drill, ladies. So these are... Okay, so now 6 people are getting food. That it's liked or neutral. I think this might... No, we're not going to get so much clams that it's any point getting any storage up. Oh gosh, no. Yes, you are very hungry. You need to eat. Look, there's a lot of food. Ah, you. Yeah. This is a problem in hardcore. You never get enough amounts in if you are in, especially region 1, which we are, although south there should be more lenient. You never get enough food to guarantee that you have managed to feed them in 3 days. You never know for sure. So it's so important to be careful with how you put your limits and what you hunt and stuff like that, because now we know we have horses we can fall back on, and probably maybe cattle. I can't say for sure. Maybe we have cattle. I know for sure region 1 north does not have a single horse or a single cattle. You might get it maybe after 4 kbc, but not very likely. Not likely at all. Could happen. There is a certain randomness within geography appropriate species, but in northern Norway these predictions to get them are so low. The prevalence is set so low. You're not likely to get them at any point. So what is your problem now? Why did he have an unhappy face? Was he hungry when he woke up in the morning? He probably was. Right. So we need to be careful with also the migrants we accept now, because our food situation is very dire. We have to be careful. We actually might have to rely on the reserve. Oh no, 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 no. You don't do that. We have cattle? No. No cattle. You wouldn't have cattle. Oh, I'm in a pinch now. No, you're not going to get the pregnant one. No, I'm gonna see how it goes with... Okay, no more of those, but there is raw meat. Let me see. So the light food does not have mushrooms or beetroot. Okay, that was quickly the end for beetroot, because they normally come in very big patches. Not on hardcore unless you have farms though. So yeah, when farms come, then you will find, and you of course are planting beetroots, and you will find that they can reseed in huge patches elsewhere in the locality, depending where the seeds land with the wind. I'm not sure how seeding works with beetroots, to be honest. You see birds coming and eating the seeds from the ground, and then they fly over areas and shit them out. I don't know. I have no clue. My goodness, why don't I know this? This should be common knowledge, Lily. What are you doing? Anyway, oh, do like... Oh, I thought we had... Oh, they're already used. Okay, let's get up. More graves. We already had 4 people dying. What the heck? Why did they die? Are they old? They better be. Old. Why can't I target? Old. Old. Oh, cute. Did I lose a child and I didn't even notice? No! Don't put it in a group, Lily. Look, I put them in a group. Let's get him back to tribe. There you go. Oh, 1 half pair, half unit pair. Okay, we have... Oh, actually, we'll have to open up the bones if we can't get more food. I'll give these to you. Yeah, why not? We don't really need storage for anything. I mean, we have so little food anyway. We can barely survive anything. Okay, let's keep up. There's only 1. Let me see how many relatives she has. Okay, she has 2. Yeah. It will take a full day before they start complaining, like, or building unrest. But after that, it's going to explode, and poof, you have 50. Yeah, so unrest has been increased as well to make game harder. To make it harder, at least for hardcore and ish, expert-ish. Expert, expert is supposed to be normal, yeah, so it shouldn't be too bad. And beginners is for people to learn, and hardcore is for those who think they are better than doing expert or beginners, people who want a challenge. And if you are insightful and you know a lot of the game, and most importantly you know how to use policies, you can do fine in hardcore, especially in region 2. Region 2 is like expert with hints of beginners, even in hardcore, so it's not really that hard, really, seriously. If you do well in expert, you should try going hardcore region 2. You will find that it's not that bad, but it is more fulfilling to achieve 400 plus population long term in a sedentary tribe in any locality. Oh, we have really little food here now. I think I'm going to open up bones, let them eat those. Let's see how that goes. We might actually have to start hunting the bigger animals as well, because this is not much at all, is it? Nope. Right, so let's see if we can manage to stay alive here. I've opened up so that they can kill the larger animals. I think I'm going to see if I can get 6 people to cover it. I'm not having them do the horses yet, so we're not in super uber dire need, but I tend to let it go so low that it becomes critical, and then suddenly someone dies because he skipped a meal when he's 5 years old. Yeah, it's not easy to get it right always, especially when you're babbling along like I tend to do. I don't really have these issues when I play on my own, you know, when I don't talk to anyone, because it does take a bit of concentration to get it right every time when you play fast like this. Fast speed in game as well, with a hardcore tribe in a difficult area. It's not like super difficult area, but still you need to focus on what you're doing. So yeah, okay, so I think we're out of the woods. I think I would like these to go down a bit again, but I'm gonna let them continue to work a bit with the bigger animals for a while. Maybe I can get away with taking these down again. But you see there's few of the others left, you know, so we could open for these two and see if we can manage to get away with not only having the bigger animals, because you know these needs to go as well. Or we could do this, and then we do this instead, and let the, no, you're not going to go there, let these do the vermin. Yeah, dog is not a vermin, I apologize, but it eats the food that we need, so it has to go along with the wild boar. Well, they all eat what we need, you know, we have to think about our own survival. So now I'm gonna activate the dryers again, because we seem to be out of the worst, but you know, we can still get a good slap in the face tomorrow. No, we have several days now. Okay, so panic over. So that was me panicking a little bit, putting everything on higher and stuff. So these can go down again. You guys are back to 2 on those and 3 of those. Okay, I think I'm okay with this. I think we're okay. Yeah? Look at happiness. Happiness is 100% in our hardcore tribe. We're doing good. We really are. Right, so now we just need to keep it up. And I can look these down again. So the reason why we can get away with this, giving them food that they don't like, is because we have good housing. You know, this is what I mean. If you can avoid a combination unrest, you can pretty much do quite a few things in the tribe with regards to how you use your policies. Like for instance, what we could have done is we could have maxed out the labor time as well, and we probably will do that before we actually manage to get agriculture. So I don't know if you guys remember, but all the bodies are now decaying a lot faster. I think it's 30% faster. So if you play a fast mode game, then every 20 months a body will decay away. So 20 months is what you need to build up when you start a big tribe, when you migrate with a big tribe. If you have 400 plus population, you need to build at least 30 to 40 graves within that year, so that you can start rotating on them. So yeah, I've had 12 people die in one day, and a hardcore fast large 450 almost 450 tribe right after migrating. Now that did not go well because of course it would take a few days to get up even one grave, you know, because it is when you are 450 and you are Neolithic, you're not very likely to have a lot of meso influence. You basically, if you have 450 population, you'll probably not have any meso influence. Ergo, you cannot build the easy graves. You need to use the stone graves. So the division of workforce is insane. If you are in this situation where you have to migrate a large Neolithic tribe with zero meso influence, oh boy, yeah. So what happened was that I could not make sure that all 12 got into the ground within 4 days. Of course, I could not manage that. So then relatives started to leave. And then the extended family of that family started to leave. And then that extended family of that extended family of that family started to leave. And I think I lost like 30% within 10 days or something. Yeah, 10 days within the first death. Within the first grave that was needed. That was amazing. Yeah, so it's not only, you know, that you need some insight and to be quick on your feet when crises occur, you know, because the game can throw you for a loop as well. 12 people die a few days after you migrated. Of course you're going to have issues. Who doesn't? Who wouldn't? In a Neolithic tribe with no Mesolithic influence, no common grave, only stone graves. And you have to get up houses for everyone, and you have to do fireplaces for those that doesn't have a house, and you need to make sure they have food and continue creating the tasks for not only knowledge but also to get up with the need of the tribe when you're building. You need a ton more straw, you need a ton more reed, you need a ton more fiber, you need a ton of raw stones, you need a ton of timber. You need so much when you start to migrate with your huge tribes. You will notice it when you start doing it, because you either want a new place, you want more food, or you want different types of food, or you migrate, blah blah, whatever reason you have. You will realize that especially hardcore is going to be almost impossible to successfully migrate without any kind of casualties. Very, very hard. I can do it most of the times on hardcore, but that does not mean that I have horrible fails as well, because you are not only deciding everything on your own. Environment and events in tribe will also decide some. Like for instance, we had this time, not me, but not this time, but the time before, I had 12 people dying within the first few days after we landed. What can you do about that? What you can do is go over the elder people before you migrate, make sure you don't have all of them dying within close time of each other. But when you are 450 plus tribe, you will always have a large percentage of people ready to die. So now we only have 33 people. Oh, we lost 2 people. 2 old ones. Oh, one probably decayed away. No. Didn't we have 35? I'm pretty sure we had 35. No. I have issues highlighting these because of the snow. Crikey. There you go. What about you? No. Oh, you're new, aren't you? Yeah, you're new. No, we didn't lose any at all, so I don't know why that happened. But it's got to be this one then. This one? No. Or maybe I babbled too much. Oh no, there she is. Yeah, she will be buried now, I'm sure. They're going to come and pick her up. Yeah, so that means we didn't lose anyone. Only 2 old people died to age. And I forgot what we were talking about. Okay, so we got 2 new migrants. Did they bring anything? They probably did, because we have so much green on the knowledges. Can you guys see that? I am actually expecting agriculture to come any second now. It better, because we are in 5 BC, and we could have started getting it already by 4700 BC. So we weren't that lucky. And guess what? Guess why? I'll give you one one guess to guess why. I'll tell you why, because we couldn't possibly be any further away than we are now. I mean, the only thing more further away west is part of Ireland and Scotland. So these will get it before us. You know why? Because of the waterways. Well, this one over here, far, far away. So we might not manage to get, to get agriculture before 4 KBC or even lower. It wasn't widespread, for instance, in west northern Norway until well after 4 KBC, especially not with the more exotic livestock such as cattle. Damn, I'd have to wait another playthrough before we actually see agriculture. What is this? Well, that's what you get for being fairly high up north and west. You couldn't get any further away from getting any knowledge. Not possible. Can't get any further away. We're so far away, we cannot even see roundhouses. And they have been in existence for some of the areas over here already for 1,000+ years. And here, or in the Near East and where they started shit, for several thousand years. While we up here, we're running around with feathers in our hats. Well, that's what you get when you go far, far away from the civilization that managed to get stuff first. You will be the last to get it. That's just the way it is. It is what it is. Okay, so we have food. People have some. We have lost a child. Let's just be honest. It hasn't been without hiccups but in all honesty, all starvation deaths can be avoided if you just pay attention. So do as I say, not as I do. And don't have game on max speed while you babble along, because suddenly you have no more food. And then people die. That's just the way it is. Okay, this one decayed away, so that is free now to be used. Okay, we should be okay with graves now. Yeah? We have offerings, we do. But now I really, really, really want agriculture. Really do. Yeah, so we looked at again. So how are we doing? Yeah, we have enough. Look at that, we're doing good. I probably can chill a bit on my fishermen. You can see it's 58 and almost a bit over a quarter past rotted away. And these two. So what I will do is this and make sure they are not on the bigger animals. Then I'm going to let these do these as well. So now I also have 4 hunters, but these are focusing on the smaller prey. I'll remove this and this. So you guys are doing those 3. What are you guys doing? You're doing the same. There, now you're doing the same. Ish. Gosh, I think I mixed up a few of my hunter stuff here. So I'm going to leave those. Yeah? Okay. I think that's going to be it for today. We have 34. We have 2 less population than we started with. We started with 36, I think. Because we only had 2 migrants, but we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elder die. We didn't have anyone die this playthrough from hunger, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did. However, we managed to avert it with a scream-ish. Right. And I think I will wait with the next playthrough until the patch that we're working on at the moment is out, because it's going to have a lot of changes. And I think I will have to migrate to activate those changes. So we're going to start next playthrough with allowing all hunting to be done, and then take away the limits on flint cores and fine raw stones, because now we are preparing to migrate and we won't care about saving anything in this locality, because we are leaving it. Yeah, and until then, have fun and take care.